I am so happy that we didn't hire Nagy, as instead Robert Saleh has been named head coach of my Tennessee Titans, as today we rebuild the franchise with our new defensive-minded head coach, and we're not stopping until we bring my Tennessee Titans our first ever Super Bowl, which here in our first offseason, we're only allowed to sign and trade for players that Saleh once coached, while at the same time probably going to target a lot of defense in the draft, because my God, we know Robert Saleh needs it with this team. You best believe he's going to turn Jeff Simmons into a Hall of Famer though. Now the lone issue with Saleh being a defensive-minded head coach is the fact we have a young quarterback here, Cam Ward, who desperately needs to be developed. So we gotta hope and pray today that Cam Ward can still find a way to develop into a top 10 QB, because we all know this team's gonna need it. And it's gonna be tough, man, because oh God, I just realized after season number 1 in this franchise, we had to simulate the first season. Olufemi Oladejo was up to an 84 rated, so Robert Saleh is gonna have him to work with, so that's not too shabby. But outside of Jeff Simmons and outside of Oladejo, dude, this defense is so bad. But given an offseason or two, I feel pretty comfortable that Saleh could turn this defense into, you know, a top 10 unit. But again, the issue to me is the offense, because it's equally as bad, if not worse than the defense. Like a running back, Tony Pollard's not a long-term option. We probably need 2-3 more receivers. Offensive line's looking diabolical. Oh God, we had our highest rated offensive lineman retire. But the lone positive, and probably a big reason why Saleh wanted this job, is the fact we have the most cap space in the NFL. But I don't know if we're going to be able to use all that when it comes to only being able to acquire former Saleh coached players his first offseason. Well, wish us luck, boys, because me and Coach Saleh's gonna need all the help we can possibly get. 24 contracts we need to renegotiate. Jesus. Hey, off the get-go, Peter Skoronski, our best offensive lineman by far. We're for sure going to accept his 5th-year option. Now, solely because we have a ton of cash on hand, I am going to try to re-sign Chigakonkwo here, although I don't know if Saleh will do so in real life. He's probably going to be a free agent, but man, I don't want to waste our money, so I will give him like a little 4-year contract worth about $9-10 million a season, and he's going to be locked down for the next 4 years. Arden Key, absolutely not, dude. He's a class clown, not a good locker room fit for Saleh, so he's going to be hitting free agency. Daryl Baker, don't care. Honestly, I probably don't care about the rest of these guys. Van Jefferson, he was our #1 receiver at times last year. It's never a good sign, so just definitely not gonna bring him back. Yeah, dude, you can see here how much garbage we had on this roster. Not even gonna bring our kicker and punter back, as much I don't care. Now, I do want to talk about the draft for just a second. I want to see what the latest mock has us taking, which it has us going with Ruben Bane. I'm not gonna lie, him and Jeff Simmons on the same defensive line would be insane. And I feel like that's 100% a Robert Saleh pick. And I feel like we're more than likely going to actually have the opportunity to draft them, because the Raiders for sure going to go quarterback. The Giants look like they're going to go Arvell Reese. Jets also going to go quarterback, as in this universe looks like Dante Moore did decide to come out. So that leaves us with who I think is the best defense player in the draft in Ruben Bane, which I would 100% take. It's a little sketchy if he gets taken in the top 3. I don't know what we do at that point. Probably trade back. As of right now, I feel like Ruben Bane is the perfect Robert Saleh pick. Now time for free agency. Now this is where things get really scary, because for all I know, this is like the worst free agent class of all time. It doesn't look too good, not gonna lie. Oh, especially when I can only sign former Saleh players. Like, I don't even know if any of these players have been coached by Saleh before. Might have to do a ton of trading this offseason, not going to lie. Which, first things first, let's do that. Let's go ahead, trade away some players who I don't want to bring back. First things first, old Calvin Ridley here, worth $26 million a season towards our cap, and he's just not a long-term option. He's gonna get worse every season, although I feel like his overall, it's a little bit lower than what it should be. I think he's better than a 77 rated player, but I think it's time to move on, which there's not gonna be many teams interested in him. Now, we do more than likely need to trade with either the Jets or the San Francisco 49ers to be able to bring in a former Robert Saleh coach player. What would it take to bring in Breece Hall? Like, I feel like that would be the perfect fit, and unfortunately, it looks like they can't afford him. What about with the 49ers instead? Can we just get anybody that can help us out next season? Bernardo Green at cornerback would be fan-freaking-tastic, or maybe even bring in Ricky Pearsall. Let's see how close this is to being accepted. All right. That is actually a lot closer than what I anticipated. Well, what if we went ahead and got rid of Will Levis here? Is that going to be enough? Will Levis and Calvin Ridley for our new, probably #1 cornerback. There it is. Easy peasy. I mean, we saved like $30 million in this trade too, and bring in a stud young cornerback who Saleh just coached a year ago, which now another player I do want to trade away this offseason, who I just absolutely do not want to have to deal with, is L'Jarius Sneed. He has been a nightmare, an absolute nightmare since coming over from the Kansas City Chiefs. One of the worst trades the Titans have ever made. He's barely played. When he's played, he's been terrible. He's not a good locker room guy either. So he's 100% getting traded. Robert Saleh does not want to deal with him. So let's see what we can get from either, again, the Jets or the 49ers for him. Again, like, I really quite desperately want Breece Hall. I don't know if that's possible. I mean, the trade's about halfway to being accepted. I don't know if we have enough, though. I mean, I wouldn't mind trading away Xavier Woods because we don't really need him at free safety. I want the youngster Kevin Winston to play anyway. I want him to be the starting free safety. He was great when he played last season. He's going to finally be healthy, so he can slot in as the starter. Again, though, I don't know if this is going to be quite enough. Not really. They didn't even bump it up at all. Anybody else that I'm willing to part ways with? Oh, Tony Pollard for sure. Like, he's going to go down in overall every season now. He's 29 years old, only at 83 overall, so let's see. This is enough. Can't afford it, god dang it. Maybe again we try to trade those guys to the 49ers instead. What about Brandon Ayuk? Him and the 49ers are probably going to part ways anyway. I know I'm kind of a hypocrite talking about not wanting bad locker room guys. He's been nothing but a distraction for the 49ers last few years, but the Titans wide receiver room needs somebody talented desperately, even if he is technically a head case. So let's see what exactly it would take. Wow. 49ers want to get rid of him badly. We absolutely can absorb his cap hit. So if we also throw in Xavier Woods, oh, they can't afford it. Throwing in Colton McKivitz. Play guard for us, maybe be our Kevin Zeitler replacement. I'm just trying to find a way to bring in Brandon Ayuk. Maybe trade away our young third string running back Khalil Mullings. Extremely close. Maybe also throw in, I don't know, like a late draft pick from 2028, 6th rounder for our new wide receiver 1, new offensive lineman. Fit this bad boy through. Trade was officially accepted. Now I still do want to try to bring in somebody from the Jets. What about Joe Tippmann here? He's their backup right guard, so he's probably going to be extremely cheap to trade for. And I would definitely have the money to be able to re-sign him next year to a long-term deal. So let's see what exactly it's going to take to bring in Joseph. I really feel like we're going to get away with a super cheap trade here. Now, Cody Barton, a guy I just really don't care about whatsoever. We'll gladly trade him away from bringing a right guard. And again, he's on a 2-year contract, so they might accept this straight up, to be completely honest with you. Submitted through. Trade was accepted. Easy peasy. So in my opinion, so far, things not looking too bad. Got a better number 1 wide receiver for Cam Ward. Still need to upgrade at running back somehow. Guess I could just trade away Tony Pollard for draft picks since we're not acquiring a player. I do want to get rid of him while his value still kind of high. Commanders offering me Marshawn Lattimore in a 4th. I'll just take a 3rd round pick and maybe get you throwing a 5th just for the heck of it. Oh, they can't afford it. Let's just throw in like the worst player possible. See if this is enough. Oh my god, was accepted straight up. I feel like I might have been able to get more. I didn't realize. Got to cut this Tayshawn Palmer fella. He didn't get coached by Saleh. Now I do have to say, interesting here. Bobby Wagner did get coached by Robert Saleh back in 2012 when Saleh was a defensive quality assistant coach for the Seattle Seahawks, so does qualify. And I know Bobby Wagner obviously isn't a long-term option, but we just need numbers right now, which apparently for him looks like we're competing against Saleh's former team and the New Orleans Saints. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this free agency sucks. This might be the worst free agency I've ever seen in a Madden franchise, to be completely honest with you. Unfortunately, none of these players were coached by Saleh. The only one coached by Saleh at all was Bobby Wagner. And even if they were, there's not many players I'm even interested in. Honestly, I might just have to do the bulk of my building this offseason through the draft. It's fine, because it means we'll have all this money to spend again next offseason. With how bad this team was in the first place, there was just no chance it was ever going to be a quick rebuild anyway. Let's just hope we can sign our 1 lone free agent target, and we locked them in. Thank God. Get ready to go 2-15 next season, buddy. This might actually be the most important NFL draft of all time. Like, look how many players we have in the roster. Now, this is very important. The first mock draft had the Raiders going Ruben Bane, who is exactly who I want, but the latest mock draft has them going, oh, Dante Moore over Fernando Mendoza. And the Giants are going Fernando Mendoza, which is interesting considering they have Jackson Dart, so don't know what happened there, but not complaining. As it looks like, have the Cardinals going Jeremiah Love behind us. I was wondering, there's a chance I could trade down and still get Ruben Bane, but I don't think so. I think I just need to stick and pick and make sure we get our right edge of the freaking future. So I'm not gonna lie, you add Ruben Bane to a front 7 that already has Olufemi Oladejo, who is developing like a god, and Jeff Simmons, who obviously is already a stud, dude. You already could have a top 10 unit next season. So here goes nothing, fellas. Hopefully, this is the point in time where we can lock in an all-pro edge rusher. Make sure nobody throws a damper in our plans. The Las Vegas Raiders with the first pick in the 2026 NFL Draft go with none other. That's not Dante Moore. It just physically can't be. It's gonna be Mendoza. Oh, they go Fernando Mendoza. Brother, does that completely, disregard the mock draft? Now I'm worried. Surely we don't get sniped on Ruben Bane, right? I never thought that the Giants were going to go quarterback anyway. So, are they about to go Ruben Bane and ruin my day? What is happening right now? Why in the world would the New York Giants waste a pick on Dante Moore when they already have Jackson Dart? Now I am scared. I am begging the New York Jets not to take Ruben Bane. Stick with the mock draft. Go Arvell Reese, you need that Mike linebacker. Oh, thank God. They did it, which allows us to take our guy. Allows us to hopefully take the man who will catapult this defense from one of the worst in the NFL to one of the best. Ruben Bane, 6'3" monster out of Miami, had an incredible national championship game, although they came up a little short. I don't care what any of this says. This man should be a stud. He's 100% going to be the pick. I'm telling you, a front seven consisting of him, Jeff Simmons, and Oladejo is going to wreak havoc. Just hope his overall is pretty decent. Because, edge rushers, their overalls tend to be kind of stinky, so hopefully he's an anomaly. Ruben Bane is officially going to come in as the 10th best player in the draft. Got him at 4. As long as he has that hidden development, that is all that matters. And again, when you consider he's an edge rusher, I feel like this is a 10 out of 10 pick. I mean, even the game says it's an A+. Now, let us hope and pray there's still some quality here at the start of the second round. As Jordan Tyson and Mekhi Lemon just got selected, what in the world? How are they even still on the board? I need wide receiver desperately. I would have died for them. So what does that mean? Like, who's still available at this point? Cornell Tate is still there? Denzel Boston? What in the world is this draft? Who even got picked in the first round? I don't think it's a question who we're going to take here. Cornell Tate falling to the second round is insane. He's going to be the selection 10 times out of 10, 1,000 times out of 1,000. Pretty good combine. I mean, good skills outside of a release. I'm over the moon that he fell this far. Don't know why. Don't know how. Not asking questions, though. Robert Saleh is ecstatic. Oh, come on, Cornell. Don't be a stinker, please. 11th best player in the draft, and we got him at 36. What is going on? Didn't drop a singular pass at the combine. Strong, reliable hands. As long as he comes in with hidden dev, should make an incredible 1-2 punch receiver with him and Brandon Ayuk. Shocked that we just got him in the second round. So hopefully, let's keep it rolling and pick up another stud here in the third round. Oh, I forgot. We have 2 third-round picks here, so that's nice. Ooh, so we really need cornerback. I really like what I see out of Damani Jackson out of Alabama. His combine is insane. Literally, that's how I found him. He's one of the fastest players. I think he was the fastest player left in the draft. Good broad jump, so his athleticism is off the charts. Really good press. Play rec kind of sucks. But with how bad we need cornerback now, I don't think it'd be a bad idea to take Jackson here. Oh my God. 24th best player in the draft. Laid him at 68. So we've drafted 3 players, all 3 first round talents. I didn't expect him to be so good. His speed is what stood out to me. Hidden dev. So fellas, we're 3 for 3. Let's keep it freaking rolling here with our next pick in the third round. I might actually see if I can trade down a little bit unless there's a player I really, really want here. Ooh, I know Parker Brailsford is extremely good. Like, do I risk it? Do I risk? Like, he could be our center of the future. Like, oh my, like, he has nothing but A's. He has nothing but A's. Let me just see. Let me see. What would we get offered if we were to trade down? There's nothing crazy. Second round pick for next year. A 4th. Nothing really trading down in the third round here. So I might just stick and make the pick. Oh, this is crazy. Oh, pick up an extra. No. We're gonna make the pick. We're gonna make the pick. He's too good. We could trade away Lloyd Cushenberry. Parker Brailsford. Hopefully, he ends up being another first round talent. I mean, look at those ratings. Man. Come on, Parker. Don't be a stinker. He's come in as the 47th best player. Got him at 72, so not as good as our first few picks. It does come in with hidden dev. He honestly might be our starting center this year. So we're legitimately 4 for 4 so far in this draft. Let's keep it rolling here into the 4th round. See if we can get some good mid-round talent here. This tight end, Justin Jolly, looks pretty good. I mean, looks like a really, really good threat with the ball in his hands. Looks like a really good route runner, so probably not the best blocker. But we need weapons for Cam Ward to throw to. Justin Jolly, don't be a stinker here. He's going to come in 67. Funny enough, in true value. Got him at 100. Hidden dev too. So we've literally hit on 5 straight hidden dev players. Let's go. Eventually, the Mickey Mouse streak is going to end, but I'm extremely happy with how this draft's gone up to this point. Keep in mind, we have 2 5th-round picks here, so what are the odds we can hit on some more studs? Well, we do need running back, and I was eyeing Damon Claiborne here out of Wake Forest. He's a guy I actually want the Titans to draft in real life. He is the fastest running back in the entire class. Legitimately ran a 4.27 at his pro day, which is insane. Everything else looks kind of mid, but I'm going to bank on that 40-yard dash as Claiborne's going to come in as the 97th best player. That's still good value. Comes in normal dev. How do you run a freaking 4.27 but only had 91 speed? I'm a little disappointed in this pick. Mickey Mouse run was going to end eventually, but hopefully make up for it here with our second pick in the 5th round. Now, Deontay Lawson here out of Alabama, he is a day 3 talent, but like I don't have a Sam linebacker on the entire team, so I guess we do need one. I don't know how he's a day 3 talent because he has a bunch of A's. Like, am I tripping? He's come in 119th in true value, so it's still a good value pick. He has normal dev, but he'll at least do a job for us. I didn't realize we had a 3rd 5th round pick. What in the world? Ooh, Logan Jones here, another center that we could convert to play another position. He looks good. I don't know if he's going to be, I don't know, like a 1st round talent or anything, but I'm going to take him. Again, he can play left guard for us or something. Oh, you can't hit on them all. Now, I am a little disappointed that we didn't have the greatest of 5th round selections, but we have 2 picks to make up for it here in the 7th round. This is where if you can hit on studs here, it's how you build a Super Bowl winner. I actually don't have a kicker on the entire roster, so I might just draft one here. Dominic Zavada out of Michigan. Best kicker in the draft by far. A awareness, A kick accuracy. You don't know what his kick power is though. I don't know why. Like, why is it not a scouted attribute for a kicker, dumb game? So maybe his kick power sucks. I don't know. I need a kicker. He's gonna come in 43rd in true value, so he's gotta be half decent. Normal dev, which does suck, but at least he'll start for me, so not a wasted pick. And I know we also need a punter, and we just should probably take top guy, Ryan Eckley out of Michigan State. Had A kick accuracy at least, and he's come in 62nd in true value. Got him at 219. Normal dev as well, but again, at least we got another starter here. So the draft started off really good and ended off pretty mid. So we won't really know how successful we were until we go check these players overall, which hopefully isn't like way too bad or anything. And that's pretty good. We only drafted 1 player in the entire class that's under 70 rated. That was Logan Jones here. Brother, we got Ruben Bane, 78 rated. Cornell Tate, 78 rated. Damani Jackson, 76. He should start for us as a rookie. Parker Brailsford, also probably start for us as a rookie. Justin Jolly, we might let him start over Chigakonkwo. The running back kind of sucked, but I feel like this is a good draft. Now, at the conclusion of our first offseason, head into Robert Saleh's first real year as head coach. This is how the lineup tentatively looks. Still planning to make a few more moves. I think we desperately need a new running back. Like, Tajay Spears is a great running back too, but if we start the season with him as a running back 1, we might win 5 games. I think we're gonna let Brailsford start at center, also gonna let Justin Jolly start at tight end. The defense not too worried about outside of maybe the cornerback room, like Ronaldo Green as an 80 overall as our cornerback 1, but it's better than what my Titans had last year. Expecting a big season from Damani Jackson though. But first things first, what we have to do now that the offseason is over, we gotta fill the roster with some free agents. Like, why not sign Jadeveon Clowney, bring him back to Tennessee where he played I think for a year or 2. Desperately need running back depth, so we'll bring in Kareem Hunt. Also, Justin Simmons here to be a backup to Kevin Winston. He's a mentor player in games that should help Kevin Winston's development. Speaking of development, we don't even have a backup quarterback right now, so is there any mentors? Russell Wilson to be Cam Ward's backup quarterback, dude. Let's freaking go. And I don't know if it works like this, but it wouldn't hurt to have 2 mentors on the roster. So Jimmy G, welcome to Nashville to be probably our 3rd string QB. Also, see if we can find a mentor at wide receiver, which it's unfortunately not looking too good. Found one. DeAndre Hopkins, brother. Welcome back to Tennessee. Also would love a mentor at tight end, but it's not looking good. Don't see any. You can take as many mentors as possible to add onto the offensive line, so let's welcome Sam Mustipher. Also, we'll just take some high-rated backups, so we'll bring in Dalton Risner. Same time, let's bring in old Josh Jones. Desperately need a defensive tackle depth, so we went with the highest rated here, and like we can afford to do so since we have so much money. Also, like Josh Jobe would probably be our 4th best corner, so let's lock him in. Like Terrell Burgess would be a pretty good long-term backup strong safety. Again, like this team needs as much quality depth as possible. There's a lot fewer mentors than what I thought there was going to be in free agency, so I'm a little disappointed in that. But in the meantime, we'll bring in Troy Anderson, speedy will linebacker to play behind Cedric Gray, who should develop into a pretty good linebacker himself. So with the additions, team is up to an 83 overall across the board, which is obviously not good enough to win a Super Bowl, but still a few more moves to be made here. Trying to identify the players I'm willing to put into a package here to try to acquire a better starting running back. And keep in mind, it doesn't normally take way too much to trade for a running back in real life, so I'm hoping we can bring in somebody of pretty decent quality, maybe find somebody on an expiring contract that we can give an extension to. Screw it, maybe I just go ahead and immediately trade away Chig. I know he's a much higher overall than Justin Jolly, but he's cheaper, and Justin Jolly should develop into a better player than Chig, so if we can get a good running back in return for these 3 players, I would be ecstatic. Thing is though, not many teams are going to be able to afford them, because Dan Moore's a $26 million cap hit. Lloyd, $12 million cap hit. Chig, another 9. We might not have way too many options, unfortunately. Now, unfortunately, there's only a few realistic options where the other team can actually acquire our 3 players. Breece Hall is one of them, although I don't know if we have what it takes necessarily, but maybe. Next potential option, Quinshad Judkins, although I don't know why the Browns would trade him away, but we could try it. Zach Charbonnet might be the most realistic option because he only has 1 year left in his contract, so we could definitely sign him to an extension. He's only 25 too, so he should get better and better every year. And again, in terms of realistic options, I think that's pretty much it. So do I start with Judkins? He's only an 85 star dev, so it's not like they value him way too much. And the good news is you see the Browns, they need center. They need tight end, and that's exactly what we're offering them here. Again, I have no idea if this is going to be accepted, but we'll try it. And Judkins, it's halfway. But if we go back to Breece Hall here, because again, they need a center, we'll just try it, trade decline. So unfortunately, our only realistic option is Zach Charbonnet, which again, would make sense because behind them, they got Trey Benson and Jeremiah Love, so I don't know why they want to keep them. They also need a center. We're offering one. Also offering you a potential right tackle and Chikakonkwo here. Here we have it, brother. Moment of truth. Trades declined. I mean, I don't have to trade away like a really good draft pick or anything, but 3 years down the line, a 3rd round pick that can bring in our running back for at least the next 5 years, I think it will be worth it. We'll submit it through. All right. That made all the world of difference. So I believe now we are ready to rock and roll for our first real season of this rebuild. Like, obviously, the team's not going to win the Super Bowl or anything, but it's a really good young unit outside of maybe Brandon Ayuk. So even if we don't do way too well this season, as long as we bring everybody back next year, we should get better and better. And on defense, would not be surprised. I know it doesn't look sexy or anything. Let's make sure Ruben Bane's getting a start. But with the players that we have in specific positions, mainly front 7, mainly pass rush, would not be shocked at all if we had a top 10 unit this season. So what we are going to do from here, fellas, is simulate the midway point of this season, see how things are looking. If we're fighting for a playoff spot, maybe make a trade or two, but if we're completely out of it by that point, maybe trade a few guys away. They're on expiring contracts. Also, at that point, we have some contracts we have to renegotiate. So let's see what happens here, boys. Got a world of possibilities. Okay, we're 4-3, so kind of fighting. Thing is, we lost our last 2 games, so we could very easily be freaking 6-1 right now. Took down the Browns and Commanders first 2 weeks of the season away from home, so a great start. Almost beat the Eagles, which is a pretty big accomplishment. Took down the Jags, took down the Bengals, got destroyed by the Giants, and couldn't do much offensively against the Ravens. But I kind of like where we are. I don't know if we're going to make the playoffs, which I don't know. It kind of sucks to be in that middle range because if we don't make the playoffs, we're probably going to end up with pick number 15. But I do like the fact that we're already pretty competitive. Offense is looking kind of mid. Defense, like I told you though, top 10 unit. Robert Saleh's specialty. Oh, not gonna lie, Cam kind of stinky right now. And this is what I was worried about with hiring a defensive head coach. Not much progression here in a sophomore campaign. 1,400 yards, 7 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Let's hope and pray he has a better second half. Now on the ground, Zach Charbonnet not good either. This whole entire offense sucks, dude. 357 yards, 2 touchdowns on the ground. Cam has as many touchdowns on the ground as does Charbonnet. I mean, heck, dude, maybe Tajay should be our starter. He's only one averaging over 4 yards per carry, leading the team in touchdowns on, I don't know, a 1/4 of the carries. So, I don't know. Offense not looking good at all, boys. Now, through the air, Brandon Ayuk, decent year, 412 yards. Cornell Tate having a good rookie season, all things considered, 361 yards and a single touchdown. Iron Man are good numbers. Justin Jolly putting up good numbers for rookie tight end. A little disappointed Shim DK's not getting as much playing time, but he's a good punt and kick returner. Now, defensively, who's doing the good things for us? It looks like Aladejo again, 4 sacks. Ruben Bane, 3.5. Tavondre Sweat with 3.5. Kind of disappointed Jeff Simmons. Why are we not doing more than this? Come on, brother. You are our lone X factor on the entire team. We need more from you. And before we decide to do anything else, let's look at these contracts that need to be negotiated. Now, unfortunately, it looks like everybody that I do want to re-sign has zero interest in coming back. So I'd feel pretty dumb trading all that away and just not getting Charbonnet back. He's not asking for too much money, though. Only $7 million a season. So I asked him a 5-year deal and up the money a little bit. Hopefully have him re-sign with us. And he says he doesn't want to return, but the offer's getting tempting. So maybe he'll accept it later. Same thing with Joe Tippmann here. He's asking for a ton of money, but we have it to spend. He's 25 years old, so still in the prime of his career. So hopefully if I up the money some, he will gladly return to Nashville. And he does accept in the first try. Let's go, Joseph. Now, Tajay Spears, he's a good running back too. So I'll give him a 4-year deal. Hopefully he won't give me many issues coming back, which, and just like that, signs in the dotted line. And honestly, for now, I feel like the rest rest of these guys can walk. I'll hopefully be able to try and, renegotiate with Zach Charbonnet next week. I'm really wondering, though, if in our position, we should go ahead and maybe just trade away Bobby Wagner, see what in the world we can get in return for him. An 88 overall aging middle linebacker who probably will retire in the offseason. Well, yeah, I completely forgot. Next week's actually the trade deadline, so let's go ahead and simulate to that point. Hopefully we get the win, and we don't. So we're on a freaking 3-game losing streak right now. So maybe we do need to trade away Bobby Wagner. Okay, so I don't know why all of a sudden Zach Charbonnet has interest in returning. That makes no sense. You literally declined the offer last week. So I'm actually going to put the money down a little bit, see if he's actually going to re-sign this time, and he does. Like, why not just make it simple last week, Zachary? And with this being the trade deadline, fellas, let's go ahead and see if there's something we can get for Bobby Wagner. I mean, I know he's old, but like, with him being 88 rated, we should get something half decent, maybe not. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like a singular team wants him. Looks like the problem is every team that needs a Mike linebacker can't afford him. Maybe we can work some more magic with the Cardinals here. Already dealt with them once this season. Maybe you can get something else. Maybe you get a player in return, which, to be completely fair, nobody looks really exciting, so maybe just some draft picks instead. That's second round pick for a 36-year-old. Madden for you. Boom, that's right. I kind of feel slimy with this, but like, dude, don't hate the player, hate the game. So with that, let's go ahead and simulate this bad boy to the playoffs, where we probably won't make it, but even if we don't, I still feel like this team's made some pretty decent strides this season. Because more than anything, hope Cam can have a better second half of the season. Or, just randomly go on an improbable second half run, only lose 2 more games in the second half of the season, and make the playoffs with an 11-6 record. Like, what in the world did we just witness? I've got to do a deep dive here, see what the heck just happened, man. After losing 4 games in a row, we only lost 1 game the remainder of the season. Beat the Colts and Cowboys away from home, took down the Steelers, Vikings, and Texans, which, to be fair, did finish the season with 2 kind of stinker games against the Raiders and Jets, 2 of the worst teams in the league. But my God, dude, what a finish. Never in a million years did I believe Robert Saleh could take this team to the playoffs in his first season at the helm. But hey, dude, what the heck do I know? I gotta see, though, how we even get here. Offense, about middle of the pack, which was kind of what I expected with the talent that we had. Defensively, top 10, like I told you. Gotta see better from Cam, though. Like, 17 interceptions is just way too much. Threw a lot of touchdowns, threw for decent yardage, but again, Cameron gotta be better if we're gonna actually win a Super Bowl. And yeah, dude, this offense just isn't good. Like, I'm wondering if I made a mistake in re-signing Zach Charbonnet, because he just can't get anything going. 3.9 yards per carry, stinky. I should have, like I said, just probably started Tajay. Carnell Tate, what a second half of the season from him. 1,100 yards, 10 touchdowns. I wonder if that's good enough for him to win Rookie of the Year. Brandon Ayuk, good season, 1,000 yards, although he couldn't really get in the end zone. Justin Jolly, what a decision it was to start him this season and trade away Chig. 662 yards, 3 touchdowns. Aya Maynard still putting up good numbers. And defensively, what did I tell you? Jeff Simmons, I knew you had it in you. Somehow mustered up 11 second half sacks. I'm just completely skipping over Aladejo with 18 and a half sacks. I don't know why it's the case, but this man is so insane in Madden simulation. I just hope in real life he just becomes, I don't know, a third of the player. Ruben Bane is a rookie, 7 sacks, not shabby. Let's see, did we have anybody win Rookie of the Year, which is huge, obviously, for the development. Didn't have anybody come top 10 in the MVP race. Coach of the Year, doesn't go to Robert Saleh, which is a disgrace. Bringing the Tennessee Titans to 11 wins in his first season, dude, he should have easily won Coach of the Year. Now, AFC Offensive Rookie of the Year goes to Carnell Tate, which I'm excited to see what this means for his overall and for his development. We also had Jolly come top 5, which is decent. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Ruben Bane. Don't know how he just won that with only 7 sacks, but brother, you best believe I'm not complaining. Offensive and Defensive Rookie of the Year is crazy work. Also had Damani Jackson come top 10. So not only did we have Defensive and Offensive Rookie of the Year, also had 2 players come to top 10. I do like what I'm seeing here, boys. It looks like Justin Jolly up to a 76, Parker Brailsford up to a 78, Cam Ward up to an 81, Zach Charbonnet up to an 86, and Carnell Tate up to an 85. Now, I'm excited to see this defense here, as Femi up to an 88. You have Ruben Bane up to an 83 already. Kevin Winston up to an 82. Damani Jackson also up to an 82. So I'm loving the progression of this team. So we're up to an 85 overall, 87 offense, 83 defense. So I'm shocked the defense is lower overall than the offense. But at the end of the day, dude, even if we don't do much here in the playoffs, I'm excited to see what we can do next year. Maybe even go on a Super Bowl run, especially when you consider how much money we have free to spend in the offseason with 0 restrictions. So let's get it over with. Let's go ahead and have our first round loss here at the hands of the Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen, which doesn't shock me. I knew we made it to the playoffs a little bit too soon, but again, still super proud of this team. It's just a running game. Like I said, dude, I'm actually really shocked we suck so bad at running the ball. Robert had his contract extended, like no duh. Get me to the offseason though, brother, because I am so excited to spend some of my money. Well, Russell didn't last long here, because he had the Denver Broncos win the Super Bowl this season. We need to see if anybody upgrade their dev traits. Looks like the sole change that we had offensively was Carnell Tate, rightfully so, becoming a superstar. Big change defensively as the main man, Olufemi Oladejo, up to an X Factor, not to mention Ruben Bane, superstar. So again, obviously a disappointing end of the season, losing pretty bad to the Bills, but at the same time, dude, this team, I'm telling you, could go on a legitimate Super Bowl run next year, especially if we use this money wisely. Now, we're 100% going to accept J.C. Latham's 5th-year option. He's been decent for us. And all these guys that I signed just to be backups, I don't think I care about bringing anybody back. So let's head into free agency for the first time with 0 restrictions, and let us hope and pray here, fellas. It is a banger free agency class, which starting off with a bang, Brian Branch sitting here. You best believe I am throwing every dollar possible to lock in a long-term option at strong safety over Amani Hooker, who's just gonna go down in overall every season now. I'm throwing the freaking bag at him. 6 years. I'll up it to let's say $10 million a season. Giving a safety $20 million a year is crazy, but we have $100 million left over after this. Ooh, locked in as his #1 choice. I'm loving it. Outside of that, though, not many great options. Although I probably could sign a few of these older guys in 1-year deals. I mean, Taylor here would be our starting right tackle for at least a season. Wait, in that case, why do I just not offer Brian O'Neill? I don't mind giving you a 2-year deal, which hopefully nobody else is fighting me for his signature, which they're not. So we'll gladly withdraw this offer to Taylor and give that money to somebody else. Maybe, like, do I sign Chase Brown and see if he's better than Zach Charbonnet and just trade away Zach Charbonnet for somebody else? Like, do I do that? Because Charbonnet obviously wasn't a fit for our offense, which kind of feel dumb doing that, you know, knowing that we just signed him to a long-term extension. But hey, we can use him as trade bait. First of all, I gotta see if he even signs with us. If not, it's not a big deal. We'll let Charbonnet play another season, but he by far had the top offer. Now, I feel like it is worth it signing a few older guys like Leonard Williams here, maybe Grover Stewart. Let's go Grover Stewart here. And again, if like anything, just trade him away at the trade deadline next year, get some picks. It's just no point in wasting all your money in cap space. Like if you have $60 million to spend, go ahead and spend it on guys on 1-year contracts. You'll free up that money anyway the next offseason. I'm trying to be smart about all of our resources. Now, we do need a better long-term option middle linebacker because all we have is James Williams. So maybe bring in Drew Sanders on like a 2-year deal, which apparently fighting with a bunch of other teams for him. So if we don't sign him, it's no big deal. Well, maybe bring in Carrington Valentine as a long-term #3 cornerback. We do need one pretty bad. He's 81 overall. He's a scheme fit. That would give us 3 cornerbacks all over 81 rated. So I feel like this will be a pretty decent long-term offer. Oh, which looks like the Chargers want him pretty bad. You know what? Just for the vibes, let's bring Kevin Byard back to Tennessee. Former defensive captain here. Oh, I'd love to be able to bring him in, get a Super Bowl. Now, Drew Tranquill wants to come here for some reason, and like I'm wondering if I have the money just sitting there, why not maybe just try to get him on a 1-year deal? See if we can find a place for him to play. Hopefully nobody else is fighting for his signature. They're not. Like, nobody wants him. So, dude, this has the potential to be an insane free agent class. Like, a lot of these guys are just kind of extra, you know. I won't be heartbroken if we don't sign them. I just desperately, more than anything, want to lock down Brian Branch, add a superstar to our secondary. Outside of that, I do want Brian O'Neill. I wouldn't mind Chase Brown. Valentine is a big potential long-term option for us. So is Drew Sanders here. So, moment of truth. Time to see how many guys we actually land. Okay, so all of them have decided one way or another. Oh, I don't know if we got everybody. That's close to it, though. That's an insane, successful free agency. Holy crap. Brian Branch, Chase Brown, Brian O'Neill. Who did we miss out on? Am I tripping, or did we literally get everybody that I wanted? Drew Sanders. Okay, we did miss somebody. So we do need a Mike linebacker. I don't know if there's any. Yeah, they're all bought up. Maybe we can convert Drew Tranquill middle linebacker. He dude's an 84 overall middle linebacker, so he'll be good here for at least a season. So after the offseason, brother, with the addition of stars like Brian Branch, we brought the team up to an 87 overall, 87 offense, 88 defense, and we still have the draft to go. Not gonna lie, I don't even know what pick we have. All the way, pick number 22. Poor Raiders have the '1 pick in back-to-back drafts, which they didn't go quarterback. They went left tackle, as there was, oh god, there was freaking 5 quarterbacks taken in the top 10, which is crazy, which hopefully means there's somebody good waiting for me here, pick 22. I think I found a stud here. Projected to go first round, maybe second. Fastest guard in the draft. The most athletic, literally had the best combine of every guard outside of bench press. And look at his ratings: A awareness, A impact block, A pass block finesse. The best pass blocking guard in the draft. Now, like, I'm just kind of picking best player available. There's not any specific needs that we have, so Witherspoon is going to be the pick. And I'm hoping he's the best player in the draft at this point. Second best player in the entire draft. It's too easy, brother. Hidden dev. 87 strength isn't even that bad, dude. Another stud added to the roster. I feel like I peaked, though. It's just really easy scouting guards and linemen in this draft, so I don't know if I can do it twice in a row. I completely forgot. I have 2 second-round picks here. I do need middle linebacker. I forgot about that, so I might actually not take best player available. This Cody Moore guy looks pretty good. Ran a 4.46 40 as a middle linebacker, A zone coverage, Z-man, good block shedding, B tackling. I think Cody Moore here out of Florida State is going to be the pick. Don't know if he's going to be a stud or anything, but probably a good player for what we need at middle linebacker. 47th in true value, got him at 54. He has hidden dev, 88 speed middle linebacker, 91 excel. It's a stud in my book. So what are the odds here we land on another stud here at the end of the second round? Now I know I don't need free safety, but like I'm just taking depth right now. Jerry Clancy is going to be the pick. It's not like a really deep draft, I don't believe, so I don't think I'm going to get much, but good value again. 51 in true value, got him at 58. Comes in, hidden dev again. That's all that matters in my book. Let's keep things rolling again here in the third round. Now, hear me out for a second. Yes, I'm looking at a wide receiver here that's projected to go undrafted. He's 5'8", undersized, but he is blazing fast with a good broad jump and good 3-cone. I don't know why his broad jump sucked from his combine, his pro day, but his 3-cone and his 40 combined to mean this guy is a speed demon. And it is like his ratings suck. Like, this is actually a really bad draft, so I'm just kind of going after attributes here. So that 40-yard dash, he's going to come in, 79 in true value. Drafted him at 86. No hidden dev or anything, but 95 speed, 98 acceleration. So if anything, got ourselves a deep threat. I believe this is the point in the draft where we start to look at offensive linemen and defensive tackle, because there's always somebody here good. Ooh, got a nose tackle projected to go undrafted here that repped 225 42 times. Jim Mahone, strongest defensive tackle in the entire class. I already can tell you, he's going to be probably a second-round talent, if not higher. It's just too easy to spot. You just know this guy is going to be incredible defensive tackle depth. He's going to come in 31st in true value. First-round talent player. Comes in hidden dev as well. 94 strength with incredible speed. This is pure RBT draft time here, boys. Let's lock in and get 2 back-to-back studs. I'm probably honestly going to look at offensive line. There's got to be a guard probably still here. I think I found him already. Julius Griggs, 37 reps of the bench press. Comes in. Again, there's not a single rating that sucks. I shouldn't have drafted that guard in the first round because there's a guy like Julius Griggs here. Don't think he's going to be as quite good as that defensive tackle, but I think he's going to be maybe a third-round talent or 44, so a second-round talent. Julius Griggs coming in. Hidden development again. It's too easy, dude. It's too easy. Me and Robert putting together a banger draft. I think Sam Silva is a decent power back. Everybody else in this draft is just not good. He's not really fast, but he has A trucking, A ball carrier vision, A break tackle. We don't have a power back on our roster, so he'll be a 4th stringer. Probably won't be too good. 101 true value, so good value pick. No hidden dev though, but at least maybe be a goal line guy. Honestly, the 7th round pick sucks. I'm just gonna probably trade it away. Maybe get, I don't know, Seahawks 6 for next year. So officially time to go see how much of a banger that draft class truly was. We did not draft a single player under 71 rated. Talk about a banger of all banger draft class. 81 rated right guard, 74 rated middle linebacker, a 75 rated defensive tackle in the 4th round. Wide receiver, he's projected to go undrafted, but still 95 speed, 98 excel, should find a role for us. So don't really know if any of these guys are going to start year 1, but should be great options for us down the road once they progress a little bit more. So we actually converted our 1st round pick to center, which he's going to start over Parker. Poor guy. This team, fellas, is looking pretty nasty, and there's still a few more moves I want to make before we get into the season. Like I said, I just don't feel like Zach Charbonnet fits our offense, so I'm probably going to try and trade him away here in the preseason and see what we can get. A few other guys I also want to try to go ahead and get rid of. Monty Hooker's one of them, and Colton McKivitz here. He's not going to play for us, and I just feel like we get something decent for this haul here. Let's see. I mean, DJ Turner. We could use ourselves an 87 rated cornerback. Cortland Sutton could be kind of nasty. That's a crazy offer. Cortland Sutton a 3rd? Sam Cosme? Jalen, what are these offers? do I actually just package these guys together and see if I can legitimately get like a 90 rated running back and then Chase Brown could be the number 2? Is that the move? That's like the one position I feel like we need to upgrade outside of corner. Hold up. Can this finally be the moment where we land Robert Saleh's former running back? Breece Hall for Zach Charbonnet, Amani Hooker, Colton McKivitz. Don't have much faith, but we're going to attempt it. Oh! I'm about to be the happiest man on the planet. The running back I've been targeting since the very beginning of this rebuild. We're going to trade away 7th round pick. Maybe that's enough to be accepted. And yes, it is, fellas. Let's freaking go. Oh, that running back room is deadly, boys. If Cam Ward can actually play some good football like we all know he's capable of playing, I have a feeling, led by this defense, this team can have a legitimate shot to bring the first ever Super Bowl back to Nashville. Oh, I forgot though, do need to make some free agent signings. You know what? This is actually perfect. Bring Marcus Mariota in to be Cam Ward's backup QB. No mentors unfortunately available for Ruben Bane, so we'll probably just sign the best one to be a backup. We'll go with Felix Nduke Uzama. Not a bad depth signing. So time to roll, boys, all the way to the playoffs. And if we could win 11 games a year ago with the team that we had, I feel like we might be able to compete for freaking first round bye this season. Did want to note, pause at the trade deadline to negotiate some contracts, some big ones like Jeff Simmons here. Hopefully he'll just accept on the dot, which he doesn't. Peter Skoronski, a big one of the best guards in the National Football League. I'll give you a 4-year deal. What do you want? Just 2-year deal for me. I'll up the money a little bit, and he's accepted. Oh, Devondre Sweat. If I can't bring back Jeff Simmons, might as well bring back Devondre Sweat. You'd think Jeff Simmons would want to come back with Robert Saleh as his head coach, dude. But in the meantime, let's make sure we at least lock down Devondre. Thank you. Bernardo Green, another one that we need to bring back on a 3-year base offer. Like, why can't they all be this simple? I didn't know we had to re-sign so many players, man. Cedric Gray, desperately need him to come back. I mean, he's at 84 overall as a 24-year-old. Let's give him again the base offer, which he accepts. And that's pretty much everybody that I want to bring back. But I don't know, like, what in the world Jeff Simmons' problem is. Offered him again next week, and he's still being stingy. Jeffrey, are you kidding me? 3rd time I've tried to offer him. He said it was tempting last week. Now he says he wants to play for a new team. Best believe that's not happening. If I have to, I'm franchise tag him. Just an FYI, at this point this season, we are 6-3, so things are looking pretty good. Don't know if we're able to earn a first round bye though, although we're just like a game and a half out maybe. So here goes absolutely freaking nothing. Oh, after all that, a 2nd straight year, we go 11-6 and have to play in the wild card round. Of course, of all teams against the freaking Chiefs. So start off the season 4-0, then lost 3 of the next 4, then 2 straight 21-14 losses away from home. After that, finish the season pretty strong. Won 4 out of our last 5 games, which hopefully means we're playing our best football at the perfect time. Which even if we don't win the Super Bowl this year, can we at least just not get first rounded? Offense was slightly better than a year ago. Defense, I'm assuming, top 5? 3rd. I mean, that's definitely better numbers than a year ago, Cameron. 3,900 yards, 33 touchdowns, only 12 picks. Maybe next year can be to the point where he starts playing like a top 5 quarterback. This is exactly why we went out and landed Breece Hall. I knew he was a perfect fit for our offense. 1,300 yards, 4.5 yards per carry, 13 touchdowns. Through the year, Carnell Tate, another big season, 1,200 yards, 13 touchdowns. Brandon Ayuk, 1,000 yards, 9 tutties. Chim DK got some playing time. Justin Jolly, good season again. I don't know why Chim DK got more playing time than Alec Ironmaner, but I guess I'm not complaining. Defensively, who made the big strides forward? Looked like we had Oladejo step back a little bit. I think that's 5.5 sacks less than a year ago. Jeff Simmons, 13 sacks, not bad. Grover Stewart, just a random signing, had 7 sacks. Cedric Gray from the will linebacker position was 6.5. A little disappointed in Ruben Bane. I thought he'd be at the point where he's getting double-digit sacks this season, but I guess he's getting those stolen from him. No Titan with MVP votes for a 2nd straight season. How did we win Coach of the Year this season? I feel like last year would have made more sense, but hey, Robert Saleh, 2nd season as Titans head coach, wins NFL Coach of the Year. Did have Carnell Tate come 6th in Offensive Player of the Year voting, Defensive Player of the Year. Ooh, we had only Jeff Simmons in the top 10. No Rookie of the Years. Oh, just kidding. We had Cody Moore coming 6th, but nobody actually won it this year for us. And the main question is, how much did this team develop this season? Well, looks like Cam's up to an 84 rated. Breece Hall, 91. Carnell Tate up to the 90s. This Witherspoon guy's a freaking monster. 85 overall already. Defensively, Oladejo's up to a 92. Jeff Simmons, who for whatever reason apparently is not getting along with Robert Saleh, 96 overall. Ruben Bane getting super close to the 90s. But let's see, man, if there's any chance whatsoever we can go on a run this season. Maybe we won't even need a year 3. But did we play the Chiefs in the regular season? Doesn't look like it. So first time Cam Ward's going up against Patrick Mahomes this year. Hopefully can come out on top. Keep in mind, this is the first ever playoff game in new Nissan Stadium. Brand new stadium, rocking out. Home playoff game. First time they've hosted a playoff game at this point, I think in what, 6 seasons? So here we have it. Let that please not all be a massive build-up to a big disappointment. Oh God, talk about by the skin of your shaft. 24-23, nearly avoid getting first round of the second consecutive season. We take down the 7 seed Chiefs. Pretty close, man. We outgained them by 14 yards. Not like Cam did too much. Looks like our pass rush got to Pat Mahomes, sacked him 4 times. The big difference, he actually ran the ball quite effectively. Femi and Jeff Simmons feasting under Robert Saleh right now. I love it. So the question is, can we do it for a second straight time against a second straight 9-8 opponent? Another home game we get, and if we win this one, we advance to the conference championship. And it looks like, just like the Chiefs, we didn't play the Ravens in the regular season. I like when we play the team in the regular season because I at least have an idea what's to happen in the playoff game. Wait, is Derrick Henry still playing for the Ravens at this point? Oh my God, yes he is. Oh, we can't let Derrick Henry beat us. Oh, it's gonna be tough, man. It is gonna be tough. Derrick Henry playing in Nashville in the playoffs. But boys, I believe, brother, it was a bloodbath. Boys, I love the momentum we have right now. Ugly second half, but brother, 540 yards of offense. Outgained by 400 yards pretty much. Cam Ward, the best game of his freaking life. 400 yards passing, 4 touchdowns on the ground. Breece Hall, great game. We did good things for us. Brandon Ayuk, 9 grabs, 133 yards and a touchdown. Carnell Tate, what a draft pick he's been. Chim DK breaking out this season. Justin Jolly, what a draft pick he's been. Limited Derrick Henry to 21 yards on 7 carries. And now the only thing that stands in our way of a Super Bowl appearance is a familiar foe. Well, obviously, we played them twice in regular season. Please tell me we beat them both times. Oh, we lost the first time by 3. Lost the second time by 3. Hold on, we lost to them both times we played them by 3 points. The same exact score. That's not good. Not good at all. Oh, brother, please, I beg, tell me third time is truly a charm. Can we beat the Jags for the first time this season and our third time of asking to advance into our first Super Bowl in, what, 28 years? Let's go! So obviously, third time was a charm. 30-22. Thank God it was in the 24-21 score again. Did just enough. Big fourth quarter to get past our divisional foe. Masterclass from Cam Ward himself. Our front 7 got to Trevor Lawrence 4 times for the second time in this playoff run. So what's that? Like 8 sacks already from our defense in the playoffs. Didn't really run the ball that well, but thank God Cam Ward had a big game. Brandon Ayuk, dude, what an addition he's ended up being. 11 grabs for 117 yards and a touchdown. Carnell Tate as what, his 4th touchdown in the playoffs? Who did the good things for us? Who else? Jeff Simmons, Aladejo, Ruben, Bane chipping in. So now all we have to do for Robert Saleh to bring the first ever Lombardi back to Nashville is take down the Grossi Posse. As, ooh, they took down the Eagles, took down the Giants, took care of the Seahawks. Oh, I forgot. They are loaded, dude. Micah Parsons, Xavier McKinney, Josh Jacobs, Jordan Love. I mean, their wide receiver core might actually be better than ours. Like, at the end of the day, who cares they got Micah Parsons when we have better? Oh, I hate that I'm responsible, dude. This is too much pressure for a Titans fan to hold. We have a chance to successfully complete this rebuild right here and right now. Can we pull off the impossible and help Robert Saleh win the Super Bowl in his 2nd season? It all comes down to this. Not a good start. 7-0. Oh no. Defense, we need to step up. 7-0. Come on. 14-7. I don't like it. We tie things up before halftime. Come on. Finish strong, please. Not a lot of action going on so far. Take a field goal lead. 24-14. Come on. Hold on. I beg, please. Let's go. Oh, God, dude. Barely. Just barely. Just enough to get it done, and how ironic is that final score? Robert Saleh has done the impossible, as this makes me happy. As a Titans fan, man, I am hoping that there's just a little bit of truth in this rebuild, because by God, we need it. But in the meantime, my brothers, I'm gonna pretend that this is reality. Now, if you enjoyed that rebuild, you can click right here to watch another one, where I rebuild the New York Giants with John Harbaugh.